Hi, second grade. I miss all of you and I miss your hugs. Okay, so it's been a couple of days since we've done reading, so I want to backtrack and review just a little bit. I wanted to hop on here. I'm going to try really hard to do more videos so that you can see me and I can't see you, I guess, but you can at least see me and hear me, okay? So your one service word that review from Kate Kangaroo, that's the story we were reading, is, I'm going to hold this up, is worse. Say that with me. Worse. Okay. Then we have some old vocabulary, and I want to review just because it's been a few days. We have the word carried. Fuel. And remember we were talking about the EW and the double O sound saying ooh. So that's fuel. We have tied and carried. And we're back to few. And then our new words: explained, happily. That's just a different tense of happy, just like I guess that was a different word. We got plot and tar. And then we're back to explained. Okay, so we've been reading about the book Kate the Kangaroo, and they woke up and they had their breakfast, and she was yawning and stretching. And then they went out to the tall fields and were pulling grass. Remember that? And then the next page we were reading, and Kate decided to do what? Take a swim in the little lake there. And do you think she made a smart choice doing that? No, why? Because she was what? What was she supposed to be doing? Gathering the grass. They were putting them in bundles and they were taking them to Dad, because what were they doing with them? Fixing what? On their house. The roof. If you said roof, you are correct. Very good. So, and that just kind of is a real quick review of what we've been reading. And then when she got out, they called her for lunch, and what happened? Uh-oh. Her bundle of grass, where did it go? We don't know. So we're going to read page 165 today in our reading books. Go ahead and grab them and turn to them now. We're going to do a real quick little picture walk, and then we're going to go through page 165 with Mrs. Connor. And maybe 166. We'll see what we get through. Okay, so we're going to find out what happened to her bundle of grass. So if you are on page 165, so 165, find that in your book. You see some words at the top and words at the bottom, and it's broken up by a picture. So let's take a little picture walk. So who do we see? Kate Kangaroo, and she has on a little shirt, red with white polka dots. And I see some blue sky around her, so it looks like a really nice day. Oh, wait, that's right. It was a hot day because she took a swim in the little pond, right, to cool off because she was hot and tired and wanted to cool off. So I also see them in the grass. Who is she talking to? Do kangaroos talk? No, that's why it's a silly story. Kangaroos don't talk. But she is talking in the story to what? Who? A grasshopper. So if you said grasshopper, give yourself a pat on the back because you did a very good job. That's exactly who she's talking to, a grasshopper. What do you think they're talking about? I'm thinking, just a guess, but I'm thinking she got out of the pond and dried off a little bit. Maybe she shook like a dog does to dry off a little. She's looking around for this bundle of grass and can't find it anywhere. She's starting to kind of panic, right? Because she's upset. And we said in the last Juno pod, in the last class, that we thought she would probably be sad. So if you look, I wonder if she got out of the pond and did her little shake, and then she found this little guy grasshopper. Maybe he knows where her bundle of grass went, so we need to read the words to find out what happened. So let's go ahead and look. If it helps you to get your little pointer finger out, go ahead and follow along. I'm going to try really hard to go slow. We're going to look at the first 3 lines, and the third line's pretty short, okay? Remember the little quotation marks, that shows whatever words are inside those marks that someone is talking. So I like to use different voices just to show expression. So let's go ahead and get our pointer fingers and look at the first word. Remember some of the tips that I gave you last week when we're reading. The best one is to go through and read the words that you definitely know first. Then go back, look at the picture, look at the words, and we're going to focus on the words you don't know. You can also do breaking apart words, kind of like a word puzzle. I think Mrs. Connor talked about that before, where you break them apart. And I know second grade in English, we were talking about compound words, right? And we had to take a word from this section and from this section and figure out which ones went together and made a compound word. Remember, a compound word is one little word and another little word smooshed together to make one big word, okay? So let's go ahead and look. We all know the word the. Now this next word is really big, but let's break it apart. Cover, hopper. So you're going to leave grass open, cover hopper, and there you have grass. Now if you cover grass, you have the word hopper. You can even break hopper further down to the word hop. H-O-P is a word. So there's several different words in one big word. So the grasshopper, and then what's this word? Nodded. Let me scroll up to my other screen. Oh, okay, so she did on page 164, Kate had left the bundle, and when she got out, she said, "Have you seen my bundle of grass?" So he's answering her in this next page. The grasshopper nodded, meaning yes or no, I haven't seen it. He's shaking his head, but it nodded. The grasshopper nodded. Was that yours? It was not for lunch. My friends and I just finished eating it. What? They ate her grass bundle. Oh no. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the next couple lines. And that's exactly what Kate says. Oh no. And there's an exclamation point, which is exactly the inflection I'm telling you in my voice. Oh no. Now what's going to happen, Kate? Well, we got to read to find out because she might get in trouble. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh no, said Kate. She hopped sadly back to Kit and Dad. And, okay, let's look at this word. That's one of your new words. Is a big one. Explained what had happened. Uh-oh. Do you think she's in trouble? Maybe a little bit. Next time, I will finish my job, she said. So remember, Kate was not doing what she was supposed to be doing. And guess what happened? The grasshopper ate it, and the friends of the grasshopper ate her grass bundle. But if she wouldn't have not swam and did what she was supposed to do, that wouldn't have happened, right? So it's a lesson, a life lesson, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and look at the bottom lines. Whoops, mine disappeared. Hold on. Okay. The kangaroos ate their lunches. Then Dad picked up his grass bundles. Now it is time to fix the roof. Who will help me? Notice there's a question mark, so I'm reading it as a question. And if that helps you to be silly like Mrs. Connor, do it, okay? Who will help me, Dad says. Okay? We will, said Kit and Kate. Kit picked up his bundle of grass. So what did we learn in this just one page? We learned a lot. We learned that Kate met a grasshopper and found out what happened to her bundle of grass, and that the grasshopper and her friends ate it. Oh my goodness. And we found out how Kate felt. She felt really sad that happened. And then I bet she felt a little bit ashamed because she had to go back and explain to Dad and Kit what happened. I think I would feel a little ashamed too. And having to admit that you were wrong and made a bad mistake, that's hard to do. But it makes us feel better when we do. Okay? And she, I think, learned a lesson, don't you? She said, next time I will finish my job. We'll see if she holds up to her end of the bargain when we continue to read. And I think that's going to be all for today. And then next time we meet here on video, we'll review our words and continue reading. And I think your homework's going to just be to read that page for me one more time on your own. Okay? Bye for now.